Well, guys, I apologize for being late, but late start on today. I got the templates in for the inking. I spent 15 bucks just so I could get one little latch there. This little oval right there. It's 1/8 by half, and we'll ink that with a double aught pen, and that goes on the cowl. I didn't do anything since the last setting, so Monday's my short night anyway because Charles comes on at 9:30. We'll try to ink this line around the cowl. I'll try again. Okay. Yeah, so you got that walk in there. I don't want that walk. There we go. Let me step back and look at it. And it's pretty close. This is for the white. Oh, I got a message. Let me pull up the messages so I can see what's going on. Hey, Marcel, good evening. Where are you at? Are you in Scotland or Australia? It's hard for me to keep track where everybody's at. Okay, we got that. Let's pull this around and turn it upside down. Oh, shoot. I will get this eventually. New Zealand. Oh, okay. Like I say, it's hard for me to keep track where everybody's at. I got the one Scotsman that comes on and the Australians. It depends on what time of day I go on, who comes on, I guess. Got the Koreans. Man, how come I can't get this straight? That looks pretty good. So this, if you go over here, I just got involved with something and kind of got carried away. I apologize for being late. That's the way it goes. I know you guys will be there because you're notified via phone. Scalpel. Gotta get a new blade on it. Now, as I've told you guys, if you're going to buy these scalpel blades, the ones that work are the ones that come in the blue packages, the number 11s in the blue packages. The green packages have a goofy tip on them. They're number 11s, but they got a goofy tip on them. I don't know, maybe that's for cutting intestines. But you can't put much pressure on these. They're only good for cutting tape and 16th balsa wood. If you got any hardwood, you better use number 11 X-Acto. But I talked to Dan tonight, and Saturday at John's is going to be a propeller day if John agrees to it. We're going to mold up them 4-bladed props, and I think John may do the first tank if Danny comes up with a pre-preg. Okay. Now the way I want to do this is I want to do the yellow and white in one setting. So in order to do that, we're going to lay out the lightning bolt. 13 watchers. Now Mr. Jim Lynch, are you on here? We're going to go, this is green. We're going to go back to the back of the canopy. I got to have all this done before Saturday. So now I'm going to do this the same way. Let's see, did I have a break there? No, it went right to that line. I'm going to try to do 1, 2, 3 colors, maybe 4 colors on Saturday. Depends. Most importantly is to get that prop molded up. That's not going to work either. Oh yeah, it will. I'll have to change the line here. Okay, so we got that. New Zealand. Right next to Old Zealand. How about that guy from, how close are you to that guy with the X-plane? The old guy that does the drones and that stuff. X-Pilot or X-71 or whatever the heck that guy's name is. That is going to be tough to match here. The bottom of that canopy. And sight it from the top. That's pretty square. Could go down a little bit more. Damn. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sign plotter and plot that 3-inch. I'm going to plot that 3-inch bar out. Let me turn that on. I'll cut a 3-inch bar and lay it down so I get it perfect. I had one cut, but I peeled it off. Tied up in this place is so small. I gotta turn this back. I need a 3-inch bar. It is so nice to have a plotter. I need this thing 3 by 7 3/4. So give me a second here. I'll plot this up, spit it out. Hey, Mark. What time is it in New Zealand? Three by 7.5. Let's see here. I have to have this over here. This. I'll get that. Height is make this 3 inches. And this is 7.5. Oh, not 9. Yeah, we'll make it 750. Good enough. Cut to the top and cut. Done. It took longer to lay it out than it did to cut it. Okay. Okay. Close this out. No, I don't want to save it. All right. So, get it out of the plotter here. Get my good scissors. I know it was 3 because I measured it out last setting. Let me get this set to go so I don't have to come back here. Now, I'm not going to stay on as late as I normally do because I was late getting on tonight, but I'll be on at my normal time tomorrow night. I just had something that I had to do. But we shall resume at the normal time. Okay. Hi, Mark. All good. Yeah, that's nonsense. All right. In order to make these lines parallel on the top here, to make it perfect, we'll put a template on it. Because everybody knows how I like perfect. Perfect is good. You'll have guys like Jim Lynch. Hey, what are you doing about that? We love you, Jimmy. I got to get a hold of Tommy Looper. I got to have him show me how to carve a pilot. He says I can do it. Okay, we got the stencil here. Yeah. Pretty close, but not perfect. Hey, Don. Oh, I looked at your cow. You wanted to know what I would do on that cow. First thing I would do is stop what you're doing, do something else. What you want to get is some pink insulation foam, 3-inch thick. Cut it into blocks approximately the same size as the cow. Get that foam piece fitted onto the fuselage. Then you're going to take 3/32 balsa and you're going to mold a cowl just like the one that's on this. And inside there, I mean, I wouldn't even monkey with their stuff. You know, if it's wrong, it's wrong. You probably could scab on the wood like you were showing in there, but I would end up making it all in one piece. Depending on how much work you want to put into it. Or you can call Brodak and see if they have a fix for it. But I could whip that out in no time. Just make a mold buck and mold one, and that'd be it. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's the UK early in the morning here. Yeah, oh yeah. United Kingdom, that must be what, 2 o'clock in the morning? Let's see, how's that look? Yeah, it's better, but it's not right. Okay, what are we gonna do here? This is setting up for the green. Let's see what Don has to say here. Mold out of foam on the fuselage and trim to shape. Then use balsa wood to mold around it. Correct. You'll end up with a cowl just like mine, and I'll take it off here in a second. And I'll show you what you have to do to the inside of it. Because obviously, a piece of 3/32 balsa is not going to be sufficient enough structural rigidity, so you're going to need some formers inside. And you make those formers like I do with the bucks that I make. I slice into it and then cut an 1/8 inch former out of that. Okay. Now this is pink foam here. Take your pink foam, cut it to fit into where your fuselage goes. You're going to sand it to shape, just like this. Hey, Bob, sand it to shape just like this. Then you're going to wrap it, a piece of balsa wood over the top of that. But you need to make this 3/32 of an inch smaller than is actually needed, because you'll make up the difference in balsa wood. Let's see. Be sure to shape behind the cowl flaps and make them appear to be open. Just a thought. There's already a crease in this. They won't be open. They'll be gassing off. I mean, open would be way out like this. I glued that piece of wood inside the skin, and I filed a groove around where the cowl flaps are to simulate them being open. Yeah, that's close enough. Now we got to get this off without screwing it up. How am I going to get that off there now? I got it stuck down too damn good. Keith Bryant. This is Oramask. Can you see it? Oramask 813 masking film. Get it on Amazon. Thank you, Bob. I'll show you this cut in this cowl line as soon as I get this blue mask off. If I can get it off. You know what? I might need a heat gun. Certainly don't want to press my luck. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Problem is, it'll make that blue tape peel up. Damn, I can't win. I got it. Okay, one of the guys was mentioning open cowl flaps. Well, you really couldn't make open cowl flaps unless you glued them on into the open position. And we're not going to do that because this airplane is serviceable and you do handle it mostly by the nose when you're out at the field. So what I've done is to simulate that, if you look at the shadow there, that line that's right here is filed into the fuselage about 3/16 of an inch. And on this coat of paint will be a good time for me to repair the canopy frame. So we probably won't get this green put on this go around, but we'll get something done here. I don't have the green. I got BP green. I got two BP greens. I got BP yellow and BP green. And BP stands for baby poop. And the yellow is close to zinc chromate, but the green that I have, it looks more like what goes in the front end. You know, it comes out the back end of a kid after eating his peas. So it's the wrong color. So I got to add some more blue to it. So let's see here. This one doesn't have a ruler on it. We have approximately a 1/2 inch on that side. And about 9/16 on that side. It's close enough. You can see a 16th. You're standing too close. Okay, I gotta get the thunderbolt or the lightning bolt on it. I also need to tape out for this body line that goes right here, and I'll use that green line tape for that. And the problem with this line that I have to tape is that it has to be taped both sides and sprayed black. Now, it runs the length of the fuselage. You could try to ink it, but I don't suggest it because there haven't been any templates that I've ever put together that'll go around the root of the rib, the wing root, and come out perfect. So you're going to have to paint them. We'll use the side of the blade trick here. Do that over here. Okay. All right. So I just need a visualization where this line is going to be, and I'll visualize it with this fine line tape so that I can make sure not to interfere with the lightning bolt. So it runs through the center of the rondelle to about the trailing edge, and then it starts the arc. And that's no good. This is going to be a whole lot harder than you think. That's pretty close. A couple little divots in it. It goes right to that stack there, and I got to check my nomenclature to make sure that that line is correct. But I know there's a wing root line here. It's here and here where the fillets are on the real airplane, and I'll ink the one on the top because I can ink a straight line, but you cannot ink that line right there, so it'll have to be painted. Can you see that line? Not really. But we want to get a lightning bolt on it, so we're going to cut back this way. So this is the top cut. We'll make it about a 1/4 inch under the green. Bad Chad ain't got nothing on me. Right, Danny? This line up here is one that's hard to do, hard to get right, because I have to change taping from left to right hand or right to left hand, and I'm looking over the top of it, and to make it symmetrical, what a trip. Not going to work. So I'm going to do it this way. And I'll probably change this 2 or 3 different times. Yep, because it ain't right. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So I would say that the best way to do that is for me to cut a circle on my plotter. Put the circle up here, tape to the circle, so I can get it straight. It's just too hard for me to do freehand. I can do flames freehand, but to do a symmetrical circle freehand is pretty tough. So this piece of tape is ruined. Jimmy! Thank you, Jim. There's my 80-year-old buddy. Mama Joe, hello. Okay, we need a circle, and I need to figure out how big that circle has to be. So I'm going to take this template that I made out of not really C-temp, but so that's 3, and we needed a 1/4 inch bigger, so it's going to be 3.5. Is that going to be right? So I make it 3.5. That puts it a 1/4 inch on each side. Okay, so let's do this. Give me a second. I gotta cut one more. Gotta plot out one more. I should just leave this stupid thing run. I got a way to get it on there square too. I just thought of it. Hello, Mama Joe. How I'm going to get it perfectly square is I'm going to make that circle with a tail on it. Then I'll center the tail right here and make sure it's square to these parallel lines. Then the circle will be positioned in the correct spot, if that makes sense. I'll show you in a second here. So we need a piece 7.5 with a 3.5 inch circle on it. Only take a second. So we'll open this up again. Shit. Come on, let's go. And I gotta drag this over. Only been on 33 minutes tonight. We'll go a little longer, but I'm not gonna stay on real late because Charles will be coming on. And we all know how much you guys like Charles. So let's do this. Got a circle. We need it 3.5. 3.5, and we're going to center that there. Center that there. Then I'm going to make a square. Square like this, and you hit 3.5 widthwise. Three. 50, center that there, center that there. We'll move this up here. No, we want to move it up. We'll just move it up. Gotta get the keyboard out. This CAD shit is ridiculous. That looks about right. Of course, it's probably going to be wrong, but it don't matter. You want to select that. Center. And select that. We want a path object. Edit. Path. Intersection. Nope, gotta back that up. Edit, step backwards. Path. Reverse path. Union. There we are. Okay, perfect. So now I need to turn it this way. I'm sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing. It's just like I said, I don't have a cameraman like Chad's got. So there we go. And we'll cut that. You got me. That's all you get. Okay. The one-man band spinning the plates. What was that guy's name? I can't remember his name now. Eric Brin. Eric Brin, the plate spinner from the Ed Sullivan Show. And we got to close this out. And we don't want to save this. I don't think we'll be doing anymore. I can't see doing another one. Got to get the scissors. There's 125 Thunderbolt videos, a minimum of an hour long, in the playlist on this airplane. I'm going to be weeding it down to probably 2 hours for the subscribers or the members. So it'll be as soon as I get all this done. I mean, I want to get the whole airplane done, so that it doesn't take you 125 hours to see it. Actually, it's more than that, but probably closer to 300 hours to see it built, finished, and flown. And I will include the maiden flight. Hopefully everything goes well. I've been flying long enough. I got good faith. Okay, what I did was made another paint mask. This one is in this shape. Round on this end and rectangular on the other end. We'll square it up right here. That way we get it on straight. Maybe. Got static electricity on it. Yeah, that'll work. The only thing is it's compound molded, so it's hard to get it to lay down exactly perfect, but we don't care about that, just so I can get the shape on it. It'll be close enough. I don't like it. I don't like it. Quarter. Close. That's close. Should have made it. Spin those plates. Eric Brin, you bet. Topo Gijo. Eric Brin. Well, that really shows our age when we know that shit. It's ridiculous. I remember seeing Elvis Presley on Ed Sullivan Show for the first time. And the Beatles, that was 64. Okay. And you never know, I may not like this. I'm gonna tape this on here, and I have 2 days to sit and look at it in the living room here. to see if I like it before I paint it. Well, actually, I have a whole lot more than 2 days, but I will know whether I like it, whether it got on there square. Now, could you imagine doing this stuff on a real airplane, which I did? It's a whole lot different, like on the F-14, where you can't really see what the hell you're doing. You just have to go by measurements. And I would say that my Bison 1976 airplane turned out spectacular. I mean, it's in a lot of magazines or a lot of books, so. My other Thunderbolt, if we ever get to see Win Paul's history of control line, is the 2007 plane of the year. The one that I crashed in Memphis. Jimmy was there to see that. Matter of fact, I think he was judging. What had happened was, now I can't remember the guy's name. The guy who designed the Cavalier. Anyway, he was a half a point ahead of me. It was a hot summer day. I upped the nitro because we couldn't get enough grip. And I didn't change the needle valve setting. And ran out of fuel on the upside of the 4-leaf clover. It went right over the top and into the ground. I almost made it. I almost pulled it out. I should have stepped back a little farther, but pretty damn close. John Simpson, that's exactly correct. He was a half point ahead of me for first place, and I just couldn't let it go. I had to take that last flight of the day. Really tore me up. I had a long ride home with a broken airplane in the back of the car. That's not quite as bad as when I crashed in Tulsa, my jet. So I had a long ride from Tulsa with a tore up airplane. I knew better than to fly in that high wind too. You know what? We're going to need a couple of turn spots on the front, on the bottom. So I'm going to need 2 circles on the bottom too. I can't win. And we're 44 minutes in it. John Simpson. I hassle him all the time. He made me crash. That was this airplane here. That airplane right there went over the top and hit the ground. I was bumming. I am correct on this here, so that's good. It comes down to the front of the. Yep. Actually, a little bit more, 1/4 inch ahead. So now, back in the day, before I had the sign plotter, I would draw circles. I would pencil all this stuff in. But having a sign plotter is a whole lot better because it's easily peeled off and you don't have any worries. You have to move that roll back. Ah, boy. Damn. Just knocked it on the floor and unrolled 100 foot of or cover. Shoot. What a bummer. Okay. I should know better than to try to shortcut things. We'll just clip it and move it. So let's make a few different size circles. I don't know what size I need. I would say 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 for the radius here. What size plotter did you buy, Sparky? This is an MH872. It has a 42-inch 871 Mark II. MH871 Mark II with a 40-inch bed. They're not really that expensive. $300. I mean, and the amount of time it'll save you is well worth the $300. I've had it now, I don't know, 7 years. Let's do up a couple of circles. We'll get these cut up. I think we'll dispense with the 1 inch. We'll go 1.5 and 2. Let's see, circle. So we'll go 1.5 inch, 1.75 inches. Copy, paste in place. Move it over. We got 2 now. Move these over. Paste in place. We'll make these I want to make it, come on, give me the size. I don't want the page. There we are. 1 3/4, 2.5. Well, that's a 2. Yeah, we'll go that route. We'll just try those two. 2 sides will be fine. Copy. Edit, step back, undo cut. Paste in place. Move it over and up to the top. Keith Bryan, I haven't seen you in a while. We'll cut them up. Cut. Makes it real nice. Okay, we're can't draw a circle. I've got doing something wrong. I bet with a little tuning you could cut monocoat with that one too. Yes, you can. Already done it. You can cut C-temp with it. Already done that. So if I had a roll of C-temp, the stuff from Tom Morris, I can load that in if I want to make a pattern for tracing, for inking. I could put it in that and plot any shape out that I want, and it works real good. Now, I didn't do that with the stencils because it's easier for me to just buy the stencil with the hole cut in it. Gonna move this again. I got to get over to the plotter. This place is so small. It's unbelievable. What about Tisha? I don't know what that is. Double knights. What about Tisha? I don't know what Tisha is. Only Tisha I know is a black girl. Yeah, we're going to use the small ones. Okay. So we need a swirl on the nose. Might as well turn it this way so you guys can get an idea what I've got planned here. Putting the first one on is easy. Putting the second one on, tissue paper. That could be. I don't think it would cut tissue paper. I think it would eat it up. Okay, so we need this eyeball it. I need that puppy right there. And I'm going to have to mark it on the other side to get it in the right spot. Unless I get lucky and eyeball it the first time. So we got thumbs width, two fingers, pretty close. Let's try that. Nope. Let's figure it out here. Three-quarters of an inch. Three-quarters of an inch. 2 inches. Gotta get rolled back. Inch and a half. Let's go with inch and a half, around 2 inches. And I got to figure out how to get my pinup girl on there too. I just figured it out. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do we'll do this and then the pinup girl. No problem. This ain't a spelling contest. This is not Stunhanger. You guys on Stunhanger are grammar nuts. Grammar, spelling. Okay. That looks pretty close. Let's see what it is from the bottom. 1 inch from the bottom. 1 inch from the bottom. We got a ruler width there. A ruler width there. But the only thing is this way. I think it needs to go forward just a bit. So how would I get it so I don't move it? I want to put a piece of tape on top to mark it. We want it right there. And I think that it's going to be it's not quite as easy as laying a set of motorcycle tank flames out. Because I can do a center line on the tank and just freehand it. But this here has to be symmetrical. Pretty much exact. So let's see now. Looks pretty good. This blue fine line is $20 a roll. Expect to go through 2 rolls in an airplane. Just the way it is. Especially if you're doing stuff like this, because it's going to go on and off several times. So now we're going to do the bottom half of the bolt. And it goes around this way. I still got to cut the 1 inch checks out for this thing too. Shit. I'm going to have to teach myself how to do a checkerboard grid again. I forgot. Okay, so let's turn it over and go around the bottom and make sure we get it on straight. And I can hardly believe that I got it right the first time. Probably should have just left well enough alone because it was pretty close. It's off. Damn. Yep, I should have left well enough alone the first time. There we go, got it. Now because I'm right-handed and now this is going around the left-hand way, it's going to be really tough. I have to cut my fingernails off. Hope I didn't dent it. I got it though. I'm not going to pick it up because it's right the first time. I need about an inch for the bolt. We'll end this program after I do this top half of the bolt, and that's it. Because, like I say, Charles will be on here shortly. So we need to do the top half, and we're going to go over the top of the rondelle to the rudder. I'll clean up the tape after I get it taped out. Yeah, but I'm going to have to take this bottom one off. Cut this bottom one off or it won't look right. You guys been up 55 through Illinois? They got a town in Illinois called Towanda. you know some black gal named that town. Okay, then that line goes up around that way. This line gets cut off here. Now we need to do the bottom line on that, and we'll call it a night. I'll give you an idea what I got in my head. Anyway, we want to miss that. That worked out better than I thought. worked out better than I thought. Still got to make up all them swastikas, kill stickers, kill flags. I got Japanese ones made up already, but I want to do this one in the Europe theater, not the Pacific, because F4U's really dominated the Pacific theater. The Thunderbolts really dominated the European theater. There we go. There's the Thunderbolt, or the lightning bolt that goes on there. Yeah, we need to cut the tails off there. I wonder what the metrics are. 17 guys are watching. How many likes do I got? 17 concurrent. I don't know how many have come on and off. Probably 100 or so. So we got this on right now. Take this dot off. Maybe. Stickers. And I don't want to stick that into that wood. Got it. Thanks, Jim. So the plan of the day, this is green back to the back of the canopy. This will be gray, so this will be taped off. This is yellow. This is white with checkerboards behind the yellow nose. So it's my, sort of my basic scallop job that I do, but a little snazzier for a warbird. The scallops that I do on the airplanes like that. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I stayed on a little longer than I was going to. I think we went an hour anyway, hour and 11 minutes. No way that is looking. Thank you, Kevin. We'll return tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, and I'll see you then. Fair winds, tight lines. Keep building, and let's go, Brandon. See ya.